production tricks, and yeah, hi,
We're
hi,
getting
I'm
fancy.
getting fancy now. Season 2. So yeah, I'm Sarah, and these are my friends. Welcome back. Gosh, it's been so long. I don't remember how to host. Oh man, I'm hot from clucking. Um, yeah, so this is Writer's Block. Usually, it used to be a weekly thing where we read scripts from ourselves and from viewers like you. Thank you. Yeah, I stole that from PBS. But please donate and pledge. So this week we were going to be reading one of my pieces. It was a screenplay called Terms and Conditions. But unfortunately, our fourth member wasn't able to make it tonight. We're trying to work out the technical difficulties, but internet. Well, how many months have we been on lockdown? You understand. You understand. It's been too long. So long. Speaking of breaks and things, how have you guys been? We've been on hiatus since what? May? April?
That I would believe either one. Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds right.
I think it was
Yes.
Right. So what have y'all been up to? Or should I go first since I keep pushing this?
Set the tone, please.
All right. So on my break, I slept. I watched YouTube videos, lots of vintage stuff. I'm getting more into. I don't think I can stand up and hey, twirl my dress. Been just protesting, donating, crying, a lot of crying, a lot of tears. There were a couple of deaths in my circle. My aunt passed from ovarian cancer. Also, one of my friends that I've known since 3rd grade, she passed away from breast cancer. Well, it spread for the both of them. So, so we had those funerals. So I went to 2 virtual funerals this year, which I still am not gonna ever get used to because it's bizarre, and you want to hug people, you kind of cheat and hug people and give them a little dap, but you still make contact. It's like, well, I can't. I feel so wrong, but it's the thing. No restaurants. I take my trips to Meijer and Kroger when I can. I see people at grocery stores, so that's sort of the new cheap hangout spot. Like, hey, meet me at the grocery store. Like, go to the frozen food aisle. I'll be there. Social distance bonfires. Been to a couple of those, and been to some.
Don't give them all your script ideas, okay?
I'll try. I'll try to be quiet about drinking in the dark with friends. That one's a keeper. I'm gonna keep that to myself. What else? A lot of takeout, a lot of store bought, a lot of cooking, bothering my cat, working from home. Yeah, that's been the butt of it. And driving up and down Woodward, cruising, except for when it was time for everybody to cruise.
Ooh, yeah.
It's like, no, everybody's doing it. I don't want to no more. That's all. So, next.
I think Malacrown's trying to go next. For those of you who are new here, our show takes place during the dinner time by a 15-year-old individual who is not allowing herself to be held. Those are her triangle ears. This is Mal. She doesn't like to be held. She always looks so, like, she leads a spoiled life, but she always looks so oppressed when I hold her for 20 seconds to put her on the show. But anyway, this individual is awaiting gravy and will be updating you through. Oh, now she's drinking out of my cup. Cool. We'll be updating you through. She will be providing updates throughout the show about the fact that I haven't fed her yet. So look forward to that.
to be a star. That could not have been timed more perfectly.
She's done a few of those. I will call my boyfriend on speakerphone, and many times we've had the hello. Ew! It's like I'm the one calling you, but also she is here. Yes. The break. Time is so squishy right now. What have I been doing?
That's the best word.
What do I do? Working, volunteering, remote, mostly volunteering remotely with the Detroit squad of Color of Change. I'm a compulsive volunteer. Gotta fix it. Spare time? What? No, you can have it. And a lot when quarantine started, a lot of that went out the window because I'm not gonna, go to places and go sit in little dank rooms with people and work on things together. And I'd been on their text list for a long time and just kind of like, yeah, I'll try to make it. But I get, all this happens, everything else goes out the window, and I get a text like, would you like to volunteer remotely? And I'm like, yes, I'm coming. So we've done. We were texting people for census completion. I put together a petition for justice for Priscilla Slater, who died of neglect in Harper Woods police lockup. Just touching a lot of issues, and it's some of it upsetting, but it feels really good to connect with people and try to move things.
Right.
Yeah. Staring into the abyss, not finishing books. I don't know. It's been fun too, though. Got to, backyard bonfires, much like you said, touching my friends' pets, but not my friends. Going for our quarantine hobby has been trying to go for walks in places we haven't gone before, because I'm just like, I can't travel. And so, we've seen some really exciting and exotic places like downtown Allen Park. Real tropical getaway there. I don't know. Walked around the Avenue of Fashion one night. Been there before, but not when it was empty. But yeah, just trying to change up our scenery. Like anytime a friend is like, yeah, I painted this little tiny mural, like, where is it? It's like, well, it's not that big of a, like, I'm gonna go see it. Now I have a pastime. So yeah, all of that. Oh, and our other exciting thing was I ordered a cake last week. I feel like that's been a thing of quarantine, is like my friend Sarah Jones put it, what counts as an adventure is significantly reduced now. So the cake made for like 3 days of excitement, because it was a peach pound cake with peach crown royal drizzle. It was very good. It was, ordered it for a birthday party that was themed Eat Cake and Cry. Zoom birthday. It was cool. And that's the kind of thing I've been up to. We finished the cake, so I don't know what I'm going to do now. Maybe order a second cake.
That sounds. That's. Ooh.
She delivers. It's Keisha the bakeologist. She delivers. Nice. Just saying.
As for myself, my loud upstairs neighbor with the dog moved out. I got a new upstairs neighbor with a cat. So you might be hearing a cat instead of a dog this time.
Nice.
I almost bought a house. And then when we were going to do like the inspection period, Uh, the day our inspector came, the basement flooded, and I backed out.
Oh, lucky
Uh,
break.
Yeah, perfect timing.
Yes.
People keep saying that, but it's still not as good as if the basement hadn't flooded at all.
True.
Yeah.
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 Uh,
Yeah.
and then I went to Spirit Lake, Iowa for kind of a bachelor party. Not really, because everything's a bit weird. It's more like
Yeah.
just a bunch of friends getting together that we do pretty regularly, but it happens to be uh, my buddy, old roommate from college, is getting married in December. So this was sort of his like big get friends together before the wedding thing.
Mm.
And then I'm going to the lovely and tropical Lincoln, Nebraska in December for a wedding. Uh,
Nice.
Other than that, like normal quarantine stuff, I suppose.
Yeah.
Um, Started running recently,
Mm.
trying to make myself feel better about myself.
Yeah.
It's not working.
Oh.
Uh, and yeah, I think that's probably about it. Still lucky enough to be remote working and
Yeah.
holding down a job where I can just get onto a computer every morning and sit here on the couch.
That
That's. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, just yeah. As an economist, how many times a week does your computer catch fire now?
Yeah.
I've managed this week, I think, to not have any major breakdowns. So that's good.
Mm.
There's a metric right there, man.
Yeah.
Both in terms of computer and emotional breakdowns.
Oof.
I'm way below like quarantine minimum on both of those this week.
Good deal. That yeah. Now for the Trevor index. God, how rusty am I? Terrible.
Oh, we needed a show to get back into the swing of things. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. I didn't even remember how to wear sunglasses. That's why I needed to put them on at the start.
Oh man, it's just it's. I'm kind of glad. I'm sad that Dinah wasn't able to join us, but I'm glad that we kind of had to get into the swing of things. 'Cause I was trying to remember how to put this all together. It's like telling y'all we did the countdown. I did it beforehand. I'm like, okay, guys, we're going live, and I hit the countdown, talking, and I look in the corner, go live. Like, fuck. So
We
getting
did a
you
whole half hour of show before we figured it out, guys.
We had some gold for you guys, and I'm sorry, but it can't be recreated.
All of our best stuff just gone.
just
Yeah.
gone. Sorry. I've been watching a few verses. Some of those were pretty cool. Well, actually, I just watched one. I watched Erica Badu and Jill Scott. It's like that was a very feel good moment with them coming together and talking about different stuff. And I didn't know that Erica Badu was like paving the way for Jill Scott. It's like she can use this song, was like was hooking her up. Like I didn't know that is so beautiful. Like I was into that. I saw a Zoom reading for Golden Girls yesterday, and that was great. And they were reminding people to do the census. Oh yeah, I should have wrote a banner for that. Hey guys, if you haven't done your census yet, it's very helpful. there aren't people that are going to come to your door to knock this year because, yeah, COVID. But although I felt like I would have still been brave with my mask. But anywho, fill out your census. Fill out your fucking census because it helps bring money into your neighborhoods. Personal story, I was a census enumerator on the last census back in 2010. I was just wanting to make some money because 15 an hour, that was great for me. Right at the edges of the recession. It's like, sure. Went to my neighborhood that I grew up in for 30 years. So I was there from the beginning, watching, being one of the first of 3 Black families living there, and then people moving out, people moving in, being buyers, and then seeing other people being renters in the neighborhood, and like this weird trickle effect that started happening. And we were one of the last 3 remaining original families. So we saw the neighborhood go through a lot. Abandoned buildings, street lights going out, a whole bag of fuckery. So yeah, when they told us about the census and they were training us as enumerators, I did find that out. So we pretty much, all of us that were enumerators in our group were from that neighborhood, from like around the Hayes 7 Mile area to border of near Eastland Mall, Denby, like those of you on the east side, y'all know like the whole little vicinity. So yeah, we were knocking on doors, we were talking to people, filling out the census. We had a lot of people that filled it out that otherwise would not have. It's not personal information, although that year was the year where it was questioning the use of the word colored. I think that was the hot topic that was going on because that was still on the census because older people referred to themselves as colored and not Black. So there was a whole debate about whether they could keep it or not keep it onto the census. They were talking with families. Eventually, my family moved out 2015. A lot of other families did too. A lot of other families. But an odd thing happened around that time too. We started repaving the streets. There were street lights. A lot of the abandoned houses in that area were finally torn down. Like it's not perfect. I mean, I drove down there a couple weeks ago, but that was stuff that happened after everything got cleaned up. So I'm sure we fill it out again, let them know, hey, there are still people in these neighborhoods. It is not a vacant patch of land that you can just leave. There's people who live here. Let's clean this up. So yeah, fill out your census. It's 10 questions or 10. It takes 10 minutes, but it's not even long. No personal information. They're not going to come to your door. That was the toughest thing. Because of the immigrant populations, they thought that it was going to be weaponized for, ICE to come in and kick down there are people who live here, the whole thing. But I'm a reserve comment for that because of 45. Yeah. But fill out the census because he's on his way out. Like, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to have good energy that's going to get handled. Meanwhile, 10 more years, stuff still needs to get done. Neighborhoods still need to get taken care of. You need everybody taken care of. So fill out the census. Let's see. What is that? That is not. Oh, spicy nuggets. That was the banner. 2020 census.org. No, .gov. I almost did it. Somebody on the chat was saying the wrong thing. They were like 2020census.com. Like, no, it's not. Let me double check that just to be sure. 2020
it's .gov.
Census.
It's super fast. It went so fast when I did it.
So everybody's probably like, what's this reading? 2020 census. Like, it's a thing. It's a thing that we need to do. Register to vote. Are you doing your mail-in ballots? Turn that in early. As soon as it comes in the mail, just send it back out. Fill it out and send it. Or wait a day or two.
And a
Yeah.
lot of places in Michigan have drop boxes you can use, so you don't have to entrust it to the mail. Because I have been actually have really been getting most of my mail, which is awesome. But there was like my friend Jen sent me a letter from Ypsilanti at the end of July, and it's just never gotten. It's like sitting in the back of the post office somewhere. So if you can, there's drop boxes for your ballots, and then you don't have to worry about that. Like here in Hamtramck, it's in front of City Hall. City of Detroit, there's one at Coleman A. Young and one at the Board of Elections on the Boulevard, a little bit west of Woodward. Like, yeah, just in that way, you don't even have to worry about it. Don't even have to take a stamp, and you're golden. Yeah.
That's the easiest way to go. Yeah, there is. Yeah, because we were. Diana was part of the. Well, she started a campaign for people to turn in early. So yes, definitely, by all means, like know your drop boxes. If you don't have one in your area, I think that they were offering. I don't know exactly how it goes because I think for different districts, there's different ways of handling the ballots. Like there's a designated person who can collect them to take to the city. I'm not particularly clear on it, but I think that there was a. But check with your city to see.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure, but yeah, if you talk to your clerk, they can tell you. Our clerk here in Hamtramck has been asked many questions. I made a video about the drop boxes last time, and then Augie kindly dealt with like everyone like asking me like, oh wait, well, you know about that? You might. What about this other thing? And I'm like, I don't know. But our clerk answers Facebook messages because he is awesome. So it's doing like, I mean, this person doesn't live in Hamtramck either, but and yeah, very helpful.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. They're that's what they're there for. They're there to help us and answer our questions and get stuff done. But I was gonna say something else and I forgot. Oh yeah, if you are going to the polls, be ready. Be ready to wait long. My little city of Oak Park, I assume will not be big. But this will be my first major vote here. I think the last time I did some major voting was the last time I had to wait was for Obama, and that was Royal Oak. Yeah, that was the night that I had an awkward date. Um, but yeah, it might be a bit longer this time around. Make sure that you bring a snack if you need a snack, water, but not too much water because you don't want to lose your spot. Maybe a chair, a lawn chair, like those little folding chairs. I was going to bring a folding chair and just sit, and every time we move, I just scoop my chair up but I don't think it's going to be that bad. But I'm going to have it just in case if there's lines outside of my school. Like, okay, I'm packing it up. I'm bringing my little lunch bag in. I'm just going to wait. I don't know if there's going to be people marching around trying to bully people out. Like, be prepared for that too, because they were doing that last time, I believe, where they were trying to bully people out the line and waving Confederate flag and all. It was just But yeah, be ready. Be ready to
That
fight for your right to vote.
that was up in Royal Oak.
That wasn't
Or
Royal Oak, but that was somewhere in Michigan, and I know there were definitely places down south and on the West Coast where they were doing that.
I've seen the first Obama election. I was still living in Missouri in St. Louis, and a lot of us from my neighborhood all took election day off together to go volunteer.
Oh man.
And I remember seeing some group of like white Republicans at this polling place, like way too close to the action, trying to like stand there and challenge people still like, and they were not
Gosh.
official, like they weren't any of the people that were supposed to be there. They were like
Right.
outside
Yeah.
people standing there messing with stuff. And just like to paint a picture to like it being St. Louis. Like, I lived on the north side, but like north side is historically black, and so we're like at this like in this like 95% black neighborhood, and the only other white people that I see are these people who are trying to stop folks from voting. Like, it was just like they went there for a reason. It yeah, but
Yeah.
he still won.
Mm. Yeah, we gotta be ready. I mean, it's I don't know if I even want to imagine in 2 months. It's like, gosh, that was like, I can wait. I can't wait, but I can wait. I took the day off on purpose, the day after, because the last time we had it, I was working down at Go Comedy, and we were having this thing, and it was eventful, and we had balloons, like, we were ready. We thought Hillary was going to be the one, and like, the more ticker kept going and people were walking out the door, and some of us were like, well, Canada said she's in the lead, like, maybe we need to follow the Canada one. It was very abysmal. And then the day after that, I worked at my second job, which was Jimmy John's in Hazel Park. And so, yeah, that was, I was a delivery driver.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talking to, yeah.
So, yeah, you see certain people, like, will make eye contact, and then you see somebody else coming in with all their regalia and just strutting like 90-day chicken or whatever. Just like, like, oh boy, like, I should have took this thing out. But I work at a call center now. Well, we're taking out the phrase call center. We're changing our whole format. So yeah, that's been happening in the middle of the pandemic too. Whole change of the company while we're under duress. But yeah, I definitely took the day after off, because I know if I didn't, and I know I might get the call Thursday, I don't care, but I would not be ready for dealing with the call the next day. Well, such and such and such and such. I heard so many conspiracy theories in these calls, like, not only from patients, it's like different things with patients, but our people that are our vendors. Like, I won't go into it in too much detail because I still want to keep my job. But yeah, some of them were saying that they didn't believe in the virus and it doesn't exist. It's like, well, you deal with durable medical equipment, and PPE is part of your
Wow.
All right, okay.
I haven't thought about the day after, but there's like a work event that I'm convening that would be like a panel online, that it sounds like it's going to be like a week or two after, and that's like kind of at like the top of my, as I lay out the format, like, how are people going to be feeling? How is our attendees and panelists, like, will we need to do extra work to like moderate, or like, is everyone just going to feel horrible? Like, how are we?
Yeah.
Or like, maybe everyone will feel great and it'll just be real like constructive, positive. I don't know. But yeah, just trying to plan for that. I remember, the day after this last one, day after the last presidential election, I found out it was looking hopeful enough that we had like a bottle of champagne, and then it was looking worse and worse. But like, I went to bed still being like, maybe, like my first election growing up that I was like old enough to understand was like, I went to bed and Al Gore was president. I woke up, someone else was president.
Yeah.
So like, maybe we'll get one of those, but for the good guys this time. And I found out, I remember waking up, I was at the house of the guy I was seeing at the time, waking up and not checking my phone because I'm like, it's not true yet. I'm going to just lay here and let it not be true for like a couple more minutes. And then I hear the sound from the other side of the bed of like a hand slapping a phone, unlocking the phone, and then just like, shit. And that's how I knew. And I worked at the planning department of a city government at that point, and went to work, and we had our staff meeting that day, and my boss was trying to be constructive and had us all start the meeting by saying one thing we're grateful for. A lot of the people there were much newer than me, so everyone's going, "Oh, geez, sir, I'm grateful for this opportunity." And like me and my work bestie are both like, "I'm grateful that I have a family who loves me," and like I held it together. And then after the meeting, um, just was like, just started bawling, honestly. So it's um, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I should take. We're in a much more. I'm in a much more politically and emotionally better environment we're working now. To be direct, like we all, if we never schedule anything for first thing in the morning right after an election because we're all huge dorks about it. But yeah, wow, wow, wow. Should we all just mute ourselves and scream? I'm fine. I'm not scared at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just gonna just straight up scream.
Right?
Like, I don't know where the mute button is anymore. Oh gosh. Yeah. But at least I was single at that time. That other time, gosh, I touched on it, but it was so weird because, like, I don't. I meet the weirdest people on OkCupid. I've met so many weird people, but like that day, I met some guy. He seemed kind of cool, and he's like, "Hey, we're having a political party tonight for Obama. You want to come?" I was like, "Okay." So I went out to Troy, this guy's townhouse. Like I don't know, the energy. I just was not feeling it. I was not quite comfortable. I couldn't put my finger onto why. Everybody's like, "Hi, Sarah. It's nice to meet you." Blah blah. You know, everybody's sitting, and I'm just there. I was like, "Okay, well, maybe I'll go, or maybe I'll just need to go to the restroom real quick." So I asked him. So it's like, "Okay, it's in there." So I went to the restroom. In there, I hear, "Well, she seems like a nice girl, but you can do better. Like she's a bit big." And he was like, "No, no, Sarah's wonderful, and I love her very much." Like he's trying to cover for it in the whole thing, and I'm like, that's the uneasiness I was feeling. Like, okay. Then I left. Was like, "Okay, guys, oh, I got a phone call from my family. I have to go home." Bye. It just took off and enjoyed Barack winning that night in my own house. And like people are blasting "My President's Black" for the second time. It's like, you know what? This is a lot better than being uncomfortable around your OkCupid date. Oh, you want to make an appearance? Come on. It's Ashley.
Ashley.
Say hi to the people. She's like, "I just wanted pets." All the cats always look so miserable. You put them in front of the camera.
They act like, "Oh, she doesn't feed me. She subjects me to this all the time."
Like telling her sad sob stories.
You hear this now?
And now she's winding up to scratch me from her bottom feet.
Mel, I got her. She had to go to the vet anyway, and so they did her nails, and she's so much less pointy. I'm happier. I don't know if she's happier, but She's less pointy, and she does make the high heels noises when she walks around.
Oh,
So
I love it. It's a little click, 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 click.
yeah.
So cute. Hi, Michael. Hi, Von Wick. Hi, Kelly Rossi. Hi, Joel Allen. Even though you said that you had to leave, yeah, I don't know why I didn't. Well, that's me trying to get used to doing all of this again. It's like I see the people. It's like you have to acknowledge the people, Sarah. You can't just have them typing in and being silent. Wait, what is this? I'm not reading out loud. Oh, okay, okay. Because I was wondering why you were so quiet, Trevor. He is preventing the entire all 4 platforms from getting blocked because his new quiet neighbor has decided to blast his copyright music tonight. It's like, of course, the night that we're recording. It's like, oh, every second Wednesday you say. So yeah, that's why Trevor is quiet. He is protecting the entire platform of Planet Ant. The world is on his shoulders. Thank you. Because then, yeah, I might get well, let's see. I don't get a call from the producers. It's like, hey, I got a call from the producers. They said I'm fired. Oh my gosh, last time I even made that joke, I had stopped broadcasting. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I didn't get fired, you guys. I don't know how I forgot that till now. They probably like, oh, she had an understanding. She had some meetings with her bosses. They're not bosses, I swear. My curl are going limp. Oh, great. I should have put the fan on. Darn. Oh, well. Yes. Thank you. Thanks, Kelly. Thanks, everybody. Like, there are people watching us. I'm so happy. Yeah, I was kind of worried for a minute because I was sitting. I'm trying to figure out, like, I know the night that we started, I think, was when we were all first starting to hear about George Floyd. And I think the week after was when everything was starting to pop off. And we were supposed to have our season finale, and I kept pushing it back. It's like, maybe if I do it June 17th, things won't be so awkward. Things will die down, and everybody can laugh and it not be so bad. And then, yeah. Oh boy. We had no idea. Like, we could take breaks. Like, I'm enjoying this break. I'm going to have some time for me, and I'm sure that y'all needed time for y'all time. I don't know why I say it like that, y'all time. But yeah, it's like just rejuvenating because yeah, every week it's a lot. Like, we do have podcasts, some longer than others. We have new podcasts as well. That have started up, and they're all magnificent. Check out Planet Ant's Facebook page. They will show all about it. It's also, I believe, on all the platforms and the Instagram too. I wish this could connect to Instagram. That would be real great if somehow that could work with this platform. But it doesn't. It's its own island. Like, either you're on Instagram or you're not. So, but that's cool because, like, I was cooking on Instagram and I had like 30 people, and then I went down to like 1. And it was like in a matter of minutes. It's like I was showing some ingredients and then they disappeared. Like, oh, that's the biggest heartbreak ever. It's like I wasn't competing against someone. So maybe I need to do a versus. Like, I don't know. Writer's block versus homophilia.
Oh.
Let's do that. shows, boxed in with friends. There'd be like 20 people on the screen. There's just so many of us. Just everybody. Like just have an all group day where we all just log into the same
We're all like 1 inch and like all 6 people saying a joke at the same time.
and like everybody's talking and like, oh sorry, go ahead. Oh
Whoops,
sorry,
no,
go ahead.
you. Oh, which way were you pointing?
I thought you were pointing at me. Wait, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. Am I going to be coming on at? Are we going to be coming on at 9:30? Just stumbled on this tonight. We were going to start at 9, but we had some technical difficulties. We could just make it the usual 9:15, 15 minutes after, quarter after. We're quarter after every second Wednesday of the month. We would do that. That would be good. Dancing Queen. That's what they were playing.
ABBA?
Like, dang, I was gonna be like, turn it on. Like, wait, no, like, no, Sarah, bad. Like, I'll listen to Dancing Queen after the show is done, and I'll just twirl around and flick around my lights. Neighbors think I'm sitting Morse code.
Yeah. What, Trevor, when you said your neighbors are playing Dancing Queen, I'm like, are your neighbors me? Do I live upstairs from you?
Right. That's like, why? Is there a personal vendetta happening right now we don't know about?
I've been listening to so much ABBA kind of like this whole year. It like started, there was some point in the primaries, I can't remember if it was like, there was one night at the primaries that was like really disappointing. I can't remember. It was like something Liz Warren or something Bernie didn't get.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was really upset. And so it was like, sometimes I'm really upset. I want like really loud dance music that's like my mental pictures that it's kind of like rattling my brain cells a little further apart from each other for a while. And so I was doing that, and I had told my boyfriend to come over, and I did not realize how loud the music was. He comes in. He, after like apparently several minutes of knocking on the door, he lets himself in and sees me standing in the kitchen with like ABBA as loud as my little speaker will go, eating cereal out of a Tupperware dry and dancing. And he's like, hey, and I'm like, I'm really upset. And since then, it's just been ABBA nonstop. Like, World is Ending, ABBA, like my other cat passed earlier this year, just like ABBA, like so much, like, yeah. And I don't know why that's been the processing music, but I do know that like in 2028, when it's safe to go to weddings again, in my opinion, I'm very cautious yeah. I don't need to tell people my whole health business, but think about that not everyone is as able to take risks as you and act accordingly. But yeah, in like 2028, when weddings are a thing again, I'm, gonna be on the dance floor cutting it up on like, open bar number level of glasses of wine, and like someone will request ABBA and I will just start bawling. Like this whole year will just come out of my eyeballs. I will not stop dancing, but I will be crying.
Yes. Can Trevor broadcast with headphones on so the neighbors' records aren't broadcast? I don't know. It might be that loud. Oh, he has them on. But yeah, you can hear a lot picking up on his headphones. Like when the dog was there, we could hear the dog. So yeah, no telling how loud them sounds system is that they got. I used to have, oh gosh, another Royal Oak story. When I used to live in Royal Oak, I lived above neighbors, and I swear it was like maybe like an auxiliary for a frat house or something. Like it was parties every Saturday sometimes rolling into Sunday morning. So back when Radio Shack used to be open, I used to get the computer speakers. They were like $25 speakers, and I think they were like $50, $75 speakers that were bigger and they had more bass. So I bought the $75 speakers and plugged those up and listen to all of my stuff, and they will quiet down. Like the one that always quieted them, oh, what was that album? Oh, it's one of the Jeezy albums that I used to play. And they would shut up. Like, oh, so that's how that works. Like now I don't think that I can blast Jeezy like that anymore in this day and age. Like, but that used to be that was my broom. That was my broom. Cut your noise off. But then one day, yeah, they the speakers did break because I like music loud sometimes. Well, that was 2012. I was still young, but it's yeah, those were miserable times when the speakers broke. It's like I gotta get $75. I gotta get it. Got a whole new set. Who doesn't? Yeah, we all may become boys in plastic bubbles or bubble boys. I would rather be bubble than proud. I will just say that. It was like who was it? Somebody posted some. Oh, was no, that was. I think that was Star Trek shit posting. I saw it in a Facebook group where it was in the future, and it was somebody's this illustration, but it was like it looked like the little tiny Cooper cars, but they were like segways, and then there was like a bubble over them, and they were all driving on the street. Like that seemed very. I would be open for that, like little Segway car. Like I'm sad, Mister. I don't know the guy's name. The guy who did the Segways.
Oh, didn't he fall off a cliff on a Segway?
On a Segway. He died on a Segway. Yeah, but I think
Trevor's face.
A theorist, but I don't know. Some people would be like, "Oh, if this person was this, like, if he really cared about the environment, it seemed like he would be the kind that would." I never know who cares about what anymore. Like, oh, this person would have done this, and then like be sorely wrong. But I would think that Mr. Segway guy would create like little Segway bubbles and still sell those. Why isn't Elon? Never mind. I was thinking, like,
they seem to be done for the moment. If I go back on mute, you'll know why. I'll talk to him between the next show. But
yay!
Hello.
Oh, he just bought the company. He wasn't the inventor.
Oh,
the inventor's still alive. Somebody needs to message them and let them know. We need bubble segways.
That bubble segways. I would settle for a fashion spacesuit.
Oh,
Like,
I feel like a bubble Segway at some point just becomes a car.
like an upright car.
Picturing parking that in front of someone at a drive-in movie. What?
Like you're just standing there. Sit down, especially if they're tall. Like, can you sit down, sir? I can't. I'm in a Segway mobile. That's what it does. Oh, speaking of drive-ins, we had a video that was in the. Well, there were two videos of the 48-hour film festival. A couple of us were part of. I was part of one with Heather Chesnowski. I don't know if that came out right. Heather. I was with Heather. And Tony Augusti, and we did a film, and that was out at the Novi, Imagine Novi, where they did the 48-hour film festival. And it was a drive-in.
Wow.
Also another one with Heather and why am I forgetting names? Um, Vince. Yeah, don't know Vince. Y'all know Vince. If y'all remembered Vince, y'all would see it. But yeah, we had both of the videos, and they were there. It was great, like just watching yourself. I've seen myself at the movies a few times, which is always great, but at the drive-in was a different experience. Like see and hear other cars laughing, and like when other people were winning awards, you could hear them honking, and it was it was very fun. Like I actually liked that better.
That's cool.
It's like they had delivery people walking up to give you your stuff instead of you waiting. Because that's what
Oh,
I
that's
was thinking,
smart.
like, oh, I'm gonna be late for the show. I guess I'm just gonna sit and wait for my chicken tenders. They're like, no, what's your car? I rode with someone, so I was like, it's a black car. Like, what's the number? It's C something. It's a black car. It's next to a blue van. They found me. I'm like, tenders, and he's walking all the way down there. And I was like, I want to meet you halfway. I feel bad. It's like, no. So
Oh,
fun. So
that's
so
cool.
people from 48-hour Film Fest, if y'all are listening, I doubt y'all listening, but if y'all are listening, yeah, do the drive-in thing again if that is possible in the summer, because that is a very fun experience, and I enjoyed it. And I probably need to fill out a card or something to let y'all know that, or send an email. Yeah. Reproduction through artificial insemination shot through a tube. I forgot what we were talking about. We got distracted on the drive-through. Oh,
I don't think we were talking about that.
Yeah, I.
Was it the Segway guy that did the artificial insemin? I don't know. I am so lost. Because, see, it's comments and trying to keep up with comments and multiple screens. It's hard. But anyway, in the upcoming months, we might have a few other treats. We've got some people. We've got Old Bro. I believe that was supposed to be our season finale, that we never did do. So that we're gonna do that one.
The return of Old Bro.
Return of Old Bro. Sweetheart Strangler. Whatever happened to that? What's the ending? We might find out
Oh,
next
that's.
couple months.
I'm excited for that because I'm the strangler.
Yes.
Don't give it away.
Also, I believe we might have one other special one. I won't announce it now, but I will say this person's face has been missed. I'm sure a lot of people, not just Planet Ant, but everywhere, would be anxious to see him. So I hope, no pressure, but I hope you come to our show. We can read your script. Also, any more, if we get others, I don't know. You can always send to that email, writersblock2020.
This is mirrored. I'm like, where do I point?
You were right there, though, because I'm like, down there.
Simple cognitive tasks. Oh my god. There. I'll get better at this before the next show, so you guys really have to tune in to make all my pointing practice worth it. And point with my eyebrows.
Next show, you're going to be on point.
On point. Ah! But yeah, we've got stuff coming up. It's gonna be down to once a month. Maybe we press for 2 if we just get a sudden flood of scripts, like that we just can't handle once a month, and we need to make 2 or 3 or whatnot. But we'll see.
Yeah, we want your scripts.
We need your
Yes.
scripts.
We need
Scripts.
it's like we're not gonna like steal them or nothing. Like that's not what
Yet. Legally, we can't admit to it.
and then we'll get struck down. I don't know why I was saying that and you were saying that, and I'm thinking like, oh, you guys have my address because I put it on my script. Like a weirdo. Like, oh, come over. Let's read. You want to send a gift? Find my address on the screen. Oh, Von Wank said bubble segues. If we're all going to be in bubbles, we're going to be shot through a tube and whatnot. Oh, those little tube things like the Jetsons. I'm actually scared of those.
Pneumatic tubes?
Yeah. I only want food to go through those, not people.
That makes more sense.
Like if that's going to be the future of drive-thrus, that's what should happen. But yeah,
Just repurpose old bank drive-thrus to instead of putting like your cash or your check in there, they put your tendies in there.
Yes, and they have to be locked in. Fries all through the tube.
Individual fries. You just put your head under the thing.
And just shoot out your face.
They just have the tube like directly pointed at your mouth, and you just like
20% off if you catch them all. Actually, I went to a thing once. When I was a student at Wayne State, they had the football team had a fundraiser. It was $1 all you could catch pancakes. It was great. The timing was great. I was like, I was like leaving work on campus. I'm like, man, I want to eat something, but I've eaten like every cheap food thing on this campus like 200 times. And then I saw this sign like, oh, $1 all you could catch pancakes. So I went over there, but I am not a football person. I dropped a lot of pancakes. I was on math team in high school. That's my coordination level. I'm not kidding. And so they actually had this like cartoonishly giant plate that they brought out and handed to me after I like flubbed a bunch. But I was able to catch them finally. I ate really well.
That seems like such a awesome thing. Like all you can catch. I would love
It really livened up my day. Honestly, I would eat more foods in all I can catch format if they were served respectfully.
I assumed you were talking about fish when you said all you could catch.
Oh no. Pancakes.
Well, Sarah, what day is the next show scheduled for?
Ooh, shoot. Ooh,
when can they back tune in?
Spicy nuggets.
That's gonna be my saying now. I'm like, oh, spicy nuggets.
I love how it's the like grandma trying really hard not to swear vibes.
Yes, it's my new incorporated language. That'll be our new little catchphrase for this show. Oh, spicy nuggets. October 14th.
October 14th.
Our next show.
9:15 p.m. on October 14th.
We also have November 11th. That was why I did second Wednesday instead of first. Because I knew the day after the election, we were all going to be like, we're going to read, guys.
Hey, guys, who wants to read a dark comedy right now?
I'm like, oh, no, I can't.
It's about an implausible dystopia, I swear.
November 11th and December 16th. No, December 9th. Gosh. Whoa. 1, 2. There's a lot of paydays. Oh, no. I'm on. Wait. Yeah, there are a lot of paydays. Okay. Nice. I like December. bonus checks. But yes, our next one is October 14th, 9:15 p.m. So,
come join us then, guys.
come join us. We have anything else? Any plugs? Any?
These are all natural. No plugs needed.
Yeah, you had a new look. We didn't get to talk about your new look.
This is what I call quarantine Viking.
Yeah, so that is all we have tonight. But we'll find out what show we're gonna do. Thank you guys. Remember, I don't remember my slogan. Oh, spicy nuggets.
Oh, spicy nuggets. Do the census so Detroit can get all of our allotted shipments of nuggets.
All the nuggets.
I don't know.
Fix
Trying to
tackle.
throw back. It's not working. I'm too rusty.
I said, wash your hands, cover your mouth.
Donate to Planet Ant.
Donate to Planet Ant. Yay. Boop, boop,
Yay.
ba-doop, boop, boop. All right, and subscribe to all the things. All right, good night and take care of yourselves. Bye.
Thanks for joining us.